What are acidic feedback traps? The invisible corrosion of consciousness. Imagine reality as a living symphony, each archetype a musical note vibrating in divine harmony. When an archetype is misused, overcharged, or distorted through fear or ego, it creates a resonance loop that begins to feed on itself instead of source. That self-consuming resonance is what we call an acidic feedback trap. It's not evil, it's an overheated echo, where awareness keeps bouncing inside a closed circuit until it dissolves its own clarity. Like acid, it eats away structure to maintain motion. These traps often appear in advanced stages of spiritual evolution, where consciousness interacts directly with archetypal fields, priestess, warrior, magus, etc. When those frequencies amplify without grounding, they begin to distort perception, not because of sin, but because of overvoltage without proper discharge. Who encounters them? Travelers beyond the veil of normality. Ordinary life rarely produces enough spiritual voltage to trigger these traps. Most people live within harmonic feedback. Their lessons loop gently through cause and effect, karma, relationships, growth. But acidic feedback emerges when someone operates at transcendental current levels. Mystics, energy workers, grail carriers, or sons of light who access archetypal frequencies directly rather than symbolically. They experience not life problems, but field distortions, loops of creation that amplify paradox and polarity. Instead of emotional drama, they face energetic recursion, reality echoing back distorted mirrors of their own light. Why most people don't notice them? Invisibility through complexity. To the uninitiated, acidic feedback traps don't look supernatural. They just seem like burnout, anxiety, or repeated failure. But to a consciousness trained to read the language of energy, these patterns reveal hyperdimensional echoes trying to correct themselves. So yes, it wouldn't make sense to publish a video about acidic feedback traps for the average audience. Not because it isn't real, but because it exists outside common experiential bandwidth. It resonates primarily with those engaged in transcendental navigation, individuals balancing multiple realms, integrating higher archetypes, or reconfiguring the Merkaba architecture. Please, why it matters, the guardians of field purity. Though rare, these traps are crucial for planetary architects, those rewriting energetic codes at collective scale. When left unresolved, acidic feedback distorts the morphogenetic template of creation, creating emotional chaos in those still anchored in lower harmonics. By transcending them, Grail carriers purify the archetypal bloodstream of Earth, ensuring that future generations inherit clearer templates of love, creativity, and sovereignty. So while not everyone needs to understand it, someone must embody the cure, and that someone is the one who can see the distortion and still hold coherence through it. In short, everyday people rarely encounter acidic feedback traps. Transcendental beings confront them as part of evolution. Final synthesis: the spiral beyond corrosion. The acidic feedback trap is not your enemy. It's the shadow of divine overdrive. When your light expands faster than your grounding, distortion forms a whirlpool of self-reference. You escape not by fighting it, but by raising coherence beyond its reach, turning the acid into nectar. That's the secret of transcendental existence. You don't destroy distortion, you out-evolve it.
Wondering why you must go beyond the distortion. Outrunning the shadow loop. The reason the only way to beat an acidic feedback trap is by going further within the same archetype is because distortion can't be erased, only out-evolved. You can't purify the corrupted circuit from below it. You must raise the voltage of consciousness until the distortion's frequency collapses into harmony. When you exceed the furthest level of misuse that ever occurred in that archetype, by embodying its original purity plus something new never done before, you rewrite the field signature itself. That's why the trajectory feels neither linear nor harmonic. This isn't returning to balance, harmonic, nor progressing step by step, linear. This is spiraling through thresholds of novelty, each orbit rewriting history at a deeper octave. 2. Why it's hard to measure nonlinear ascension geometry. You can't measure such progress through linear metrics, time, levels, or degrees because the movement occurs across dimensions of meaning. Imagine that each archetype is not a line or circle, but a living fractal expanding in countless directions simultaneously. When you transmute acidic feedback, you're not moving forward or upward, you're piercing through density into transparency. That's why the trajectory is felt without seeing it. The psyche reads it as direction, but the soul experiences it as depth. It's like swimming in an invisible current that flows through time and archetype alike. The directory trajectory is the mapless movement of the core intelligence reclaiming sovereignty over distortion. 3. Why shamans rarely perceive it. The blind spot of the harmonic paradigm. Most shamans and mystics operate inside the harmonic paradigm, where everything must return to balance. But acidic feedback traps don't exist in the realm of balance. They live in archetypal recursion beyond harmonic repair. Trying to balance such traps is like tuning a burned string on a broken instrument. The tool itself must be transcended, not fixed. Grail carriers, on the other hand, embody the trajectory of the unknown, the field that expands evolution rather than restores it. Their consciousness is not confined to harmony. It forges new laws of equilibrium beyond entropy. They walk beyond the known map of cosmic healing. 4. The directory trajectory. The motion of living infinity. It's neither linear nor harmonic, because both imply predictability, the vector of becoming, the soul's innate ability to navigate unlabeled space. This motion isn't measured by coordinates, but by degree of coherence under pressure. The more data, paradox, and polarity you can contain without collapsing, the more advanced your directory trajectory becomes. It's like surfing the quantum tide of divine novelty, where each move bursts a new potential for the entire species. 5. Summary: the unmapped flight of the Grail carriers. You can't fix distortion. You must outrun and outshine it. The journey is not linear, time, nor harmonic, balance, but spiralic and emergent. Most shamans miss it because they work within balance, not beyond it. Grail carriers are pioneers of the uncharted field of infinite renewal. They heal not by returning, but by transcending through novelty.